Late afternoon. The waves churn restlessly. Taya stands at the shoreline, staring at the water like it's calling her name. He takes a breath, says softly to herself, "If there are answers, they're down there." She steps into the water and dives. The sunlight breaks into beams above her, scattering through the surface. Her hair floats around her like dark ribbons. She swims deeper, the water growing colder and darker. Her inner voice. "Something's pulling me down here. Something wants me to see it." A faint shimmer appears ahead. She swims toward it. The shimmer becomes clear. A carved bone charm drifting in the current, slowly turning as if waiting for her. Taya slows, mesmerized. She reaches toward it. Whispering, "What is this?" Her fingers touch it. A pulse of warmth shoots through her palm. The water around her shifts. Darker, heavier. The current suddenly grabs her, pulling her downward. Taya kicks, panicked. Taya struggling. No, 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 why is the current so strong? The charm glows faintly in her hand. The current tightens around her legs, dragging her toward a glowing cave entrance below. Her eyes widen. This isn't natural. Something's pulling me in. She tries to swim upward, but the ocean yanks her deeper. Her breath trembles. A terrified whisper. "Please, stop." The current drags her into the darkness of the cave. She disappears beneath the glowing entrance. Scene 10. The shoreline warning. The waves crash harder than usual, pulling at the sand like they're trying to speak. Taya stands at the edge of the water, staring at the horizon. Her chest feels tight. "Taya," inner voice, "something's coming. I can feel it." Like the sea is breathing too fast. Behind her, Nakoma approaches quietly. Nakoma. "Child, the ocean doesn't rise without reason." Taya swallows. "Taya, then tell me the reason." Nakoma looks away, troubled. Taya walks toward the cliffs, the wind pushing her forward like a hand on her back. She hesitates at the entrance of the cave, the one she was told never to enter. "Taya," inner voice, "if the answers are anywhere, they're in here." She steps inside. Air shifts. The cave hums. The deeper she goes, the louder the whispers become. Not human whispers. Not wind. Something older. "Taya." She freezes. "Taya. Who's there?" The cave responds with a low rumble. "Come closer." Her heart pounds. This is insane. I should turn back. But I can't. She moves forward. She reaches a stone wall covered in carvings. Spirals, waves, symbols she's seen in old stories. Her fingers trace one of the symbols. Glows. What is this?" A voice rises behind her. Not a whisper this time. Presence. Water spills from the ceiling, forming a pool at her feet. A shape rises from it. Glowing, fluid, beautiful and terrifying. The mermaid. Her eyes lock onto Taya. "Mermaid. You came." Taya stumbles back. "I didn't mean to, I just wanted answers." The mermaid tilts her head. "You seek truth. But truth has a price." Taya's breath shakes. She's real. The stories were real. The mermaid circles her, water swirling around her feet. A bargain was made. A promise broken. Taya frowns. "Taya, what bargain? Who made it?" The mermaid's expression darkens. "A man of your village. Fisherman. He asked for power, and offered your life." Taya's stomach drops. "My life? Why me?" "You were the one he feared. The one who could rise above him." Taya's hands shake. "He wanted me gone. He wanted control." The cave begins to fill with water, rising around her ankles. The mermaid lifts her hand. "Mermaid." The sea remembers the promise. It comes to collect. Taya steps back. "No, I didn't make that bargain. But you are the price." Taya clenches her fists. "I won't drown for someone else's greed." The mermaid pauses, surprised by her defiance. The water rises faster. Taya turns and runs, splashing through the cave. Taya, inner voice, move. Don't think. Just move. The mermaid's voice echoes behind her. You cannot outrun the sea. Taya bursts out of the cave, gasping for air as the storm clouds gather overhead. She looks back once. The mermaid's silhouette stands in the cave entrance, watching her, waiting. Taya bursts out of the water, gasping, clutching the charm. The storm clouds churn overhead like they're following her. Villagers gather, tense and afraid. One villager asked, "What happened to her?" Another said, "The sea chased her out." Taya steps forward, shaking. The sea is angry. Someone made a bargain. And they offered my life. The crowd erupts. Nakoma steps forward, eyes locked on the charm. Nakoma, that charm belongs to Kero. Gasps ripple through the villagers. Kero. He's been acting strange for weeks. He wants the council seat. He wants power. Taya turns toward Kero slowly. You tried to sacrifice me. Kero's jaw tightens. Kero steps forward, no longer shaking, now furious. Kero, you were in my way. The elders listen to you. The village trusts you. He spits at the ground. Kero, I wanted the sea's blessing. I wanted control. So I offered your life. The villagers recoil in horror. Lightning cracked across the sky as the ocean rose like a living creature, its waves towering and trembling with fury. The villagers scattered back in fear. But Taya stood her ground, the charm glowing violently in her hand. The mermaid's song echoed across the waves, sharp, ancient, furious, and the storm circled her like it recognized her strength. Behind her, Kero finally broke. His voice cracked as he confessed everything, shouting over the wind. How he begged the sea for power, how he offered Taya's life as payment, how he thought the ocean would swallow her whole. The villagers recoiled from him, stepping away as if his betrayal carried a stench. Nakoma's face hardened, and two men seized Kero by the arms as he tried to back away from the rising tide. But Taya didn't look at him. She didn't need to. His downfall was already written. She stepped forward, wind whipping her hair, the sea pulling at her ankles as if trying to drag her back into its depths. But she held her ground. She wasn't here to be taken. She wasn't here to beg. She was here to speak. The water surged upward, and the mermaid rose from the depths, glowing with stormlight, her eyes fixed on Taya. For a moment the world fell silent. The villagers watched from behind, terrified, but Taya didn't turn to them. She lifted her chin, meeting the mermaid's gaze with a strength she didn't know she had. "I'm not your price," she said, not in fear but in truth. "I'm not the life he tried to give you. I'm not a sacrifice. I'm the one who will protect these people." The mermaid circled her slowly, the water calming with each pass, as if listening. The storm paused, suspended in the air like it was waiting for Taya's next breath. The charm pulsed in her hand, not demanding anything, but responding to her voice, her choice. Taya stepped deeper into the water until it reached her waist, the ocean glowing around her like ancestral light. She felt the weight of her village behind her, the fear, the betrayal, the hope. She felt the sea in front of her, powerful, ancient, unpredictable. And she stood between them, unbroken. "I will rise," she said softly. "Not as prey, not as a victim, but as the one who stands between land and sea. I will protect them. I will lead them. And I will never let anyone use your power to hurt us again." The mermaid's expression shifted. No longer anger, no longer hunger. Something like respect flickered in her eyes. She reached out, touching Taya's forehead with a single glowing finger. The ocean lit up around them, not transforming Taya into something else, but revealing what she already was. Strong, chosen, capable. Behind her, Kero collapsed to his knees, screaming as the villagers dragged him away from the shoreline. Not toward the sea, but toward judgment, toward exile, toward the consequences he earned. He begged for mercy, but no one listened, not even the ocean. Light rose from the water, surrounding Taya in a column of blue that shimmered like the breath of the sea. Her hair floated gently, her stance steady, her eyes fierce. She didn't change into a creature. She didn't become something mythical. She became herself, fully, powerfully, undeniably. When she stepped out of the water, the storm broke. The waves calmed. The mermaid sank back into the depths, her silhouette fading like a promise kept. The villagers watched in stunned silence as Taya walked toward them, glowing softly with symbolic ancestral light. Nakoma bowed her head first, then the others followed, recognizing her not as a victim, but as their protector. Taya held the charm at her chest, not as a burden, but as a badge of authority. She looked at her people, her village, and for the first time they looked back at her not with fear, but with awe. "This ends with me," she said. And the ocean bowed.